Y'all are really out here exposing Jack and his strange relationship with his mother. Now listen, everybody has known for years that Jack is a mama's boy. People have been saying for a long time that his mother controls his personal life, especially when it comes to his relationships. But this situation right here is on a whole different level. People are saying that his mother has been trying to make him get back with Dreezy, even when Deiondra was having his baby. And now, it looks like she tried to do the same thing with Dej Loaf, all because she wants to find the perfect woman for her son. And Deiondra? She has been dragged into all of this, and she is not going to let it slide. So, let us talk about it.
But you know, I thought about, I'm like, yeah, one day I'm gonna marry Deiondra, but I didn't know that I was gonna do this soon, like propose and stuff. Like, I called my mama like, hey, I think I'm gonna marry Deiondra. You feel me? I'm like, but my mama like, all right. So she like, shit.
So, Deiondra Sanders and Jacquees were engaged, and they even have a son together. Everything was supposed to be good between them. But last week, Deiondra got really upset, and some people think she might have taken things too far. Now, this is where things get messy. Jacquees just released an album with Dej Loaf called F.A. Friendzone 2. If you remember, they had a mixtape a few years ago called F.A. Friendzone, so this is like part 2 of that. And Deiondra is not happy about it at all. She is really upset. Deiondra has been feeling very jealous and upset about the way Jacquees and Dej Loaf are making themselves look. It is making people wonder if they are just promoting music or if there is something more going on between them. And Deiondra is not happy about it at all. So, when it was time to shoot a music video for one of the songs, Dej Loaf did not want Deiondra there because of the way she has been acting. And that is when everything went bad. It turned into a big mess. Deiondra was not going to just sit back and let that happen, and things got really serious really fast. Oh no, she did not stay quiet. Deiondra got on social media and let everything out. She was very angry and said that Jacquees and Dej Loaf were pretending to be in a relationship just to sell albums. She said, "Stop asking me why I am not around. I am not allowed to be around them because they feel uncomfortable if his fiancée is there. As I said before, you all got it, you all won. Hopefully, this little album sells more than anything you all ever dropped." That was some serious shade. But if you thought that was the end, it was just the beginning. Jacquees' mother, Miss Rosie, was not going to stay quiet. She got on Instagram stories and started talking bad about Deiondra. She even called her a fool for telling everyone that Jacquees and Dej Loaf were faking a relationship just to sell albums. And just like that, the drama got even bigger.
That whole relationship with Jacquees and Dej Loaf, that is not real. I bet you that is not real.
Then, Miss Rosie decided to be shady and said thank you to Deiondra Sanders, Deiondra's father, for having Jacquees on his show. But Deiondra was not going to let that slide. She clapped back right away and said, "Yes, you're welcome for having your son on my daddy's show. They treated him with respect and class, which is more than I can say for you all. You all picked the wrong one today." Now, Deiondra was already upset, but things got even worse. She then accused Miss Rosie of stealing Jacquees' money. She said, "Miss Rosie better stop playing with me. Nobody is off limits now. Go be with your husband and keep stealing and hiding your son's money." After all that back and forth, Miss Rosie was done trying to be nice. And let us be real, there is nothing stronger than a son's love for his mother, so you already know Jacquees was not going to stay quiet either. Jacquees was not going to let any of that slide. So what did he do? He ended the engagement and sent Deiondra back to her mama's house. Let us be honest, this all happened because Deiondra could not stay quiet. She just kept talking and talking. But the real reason everything fell apart was when Deiondra accused Miss Rosie of stealing Jacquees' money. And if there is one thing a mama's boy will never allow, it is someone talking bad about his mother. So this is your gift? This is your wedding gift? Wow! Now, let us be real for a moment. Some people think Deiondra was wrong for how she acted, but not everyone agrees. In fact, many people are actually on her side. And when you really think about it, they might have a point. One person explained it perfectly, saying, "Deiondra just had his baby. She is going through so many emotions, and now her soon-to-be husband is out here getting close with another woman. I do not care if it is real or fake, But everywhere on social media, people are talking about how good they look together and how they should be a couple. She is human, she is a woman, and she is a new mother. Of course, she is going to feel hurt. I just hope everything works out for her. And honestly, that is true. It is hard not to feel bad for her. She just had a baby, and the man she was supposed to marry is out here, real or fake, acting like he is in a whole other relationship. That has got to be painful.
Talk to me about, the journey of fatherhood. Why were you so intentional about waiting for this moment to become a father?
Now, a lot of people are asking, why is Deiondra so upset over Dej Loaf? Has Dej Loaf not been rumored to only date women? One person even commented, does Dej Loaf not date girls? I am confused about why Deiondra is so bothered. But let us not forget, Deiondra herself has hinted a few times that she might like women too. So this whole fake relationship for album sales situation is starting to look a little strange.
Do you date girls, guys? Do you have a preference, or is it just whatever you feel like?
I don't date.
Great answer.
But Dej Loaf has not only been linked to Jacquees. She has also been close with other male artists. And let us not forget about her situation with Lil Durk. There were a lot of rumors that they were together, even though Durk always said they were just friends. But let us be honest, Durk took his time writing a whole song about her, so not everyone believed they were just friends. One fan even said, I think she is bisexual, unless her relationship with Durk was fake too, and he just wasted his time in the studio writing that song about her. But wait, because we really need to talk about this. Let us talk about how Jacquees cannot seem to make a single decision without asking his mama first. Before he even thought about proposing to Deiondra, guess who had to approve it? Mama Rosie, of course. He went straight to his mother to get her permission first. And really, why is that even happening? Is he not a grown man? Asking for advice is one thing, but needing approval? That is a whole different level. But it gets even crazier. Mama Rosie did not just say, if you love her, go for it. Oh no, she had rules. She told Jacquees to ask Deiondra about her short-term goals, long-term goals, and even gave him a whole checklist, like she was hiring an employee instead of welcoming a daughter-in-law.
She's like, you need to take her out, and you need to ask her these certain questions. Ask her long-term goals, her short-term goals. Ask her how y'all can work together, to do certain things, like what's the plan.
And do you know why Mama Rosie finally gave her approval for Deiondra? Because she cleaned up the house one time. I am not even joking. She did some tidying up, and just like that, Mama Rosie said, yes, she is the one.
You know what I'm saying? And my mom was telling me on tour, she like, hey, that's the one. Because Deiondra came on the bus and just straightened up the whole tour bus. Like my room was a mess. I came back, my shit organized, shoes over here, drawers over there, socks, She just getting everybody right on the bus. I'm like.
But this is where things get even more interesting. People were quick to point out that the only reason Jacquees even proposed was because he got caught still sending flirty messages to his ex, Dreezy. And guess who already knew about it? Mama Rosie. Jacquees and Dreezy had a very up and down relationship. They first broke up in late 2019, got back together in early 2020, and then officially ended things in 2023.
Like, I know y'all see like the funny videos and the memes and the remixes, and everybody think like, oh, Jacquees, but every celebrity that you see on these blogs and stuff is like a real person in real life.
When Deiondra was pregnant with Jacquees' child, she started throwing hints at Dreezy on Twitter, and that is when everything started to fall apart. She tweeted, why would he trade a dime for a penny? But she did not stop there. She followed up with an even bigger hit, saying, being obsessed is when you are still sending underwear with your face on it to the house. Now, you already know Dreezy was not going to stay quiet. She clapped back with the ultimate proof, and her response left everyone shocked. She fired back, being obsessed is when you have a baby on the way, but your man is still begging me to have his baby because he barely even cares about you. Bird brain, I turn him down every single day for you. Wow, that was a serious comeback. And this is the thanks I get around here? That is what Deiondra tweeted, and to make things even worse, she added a laughing emoji, just rubbing salt into the wound. But Dreezy was not finished yet. She came with real proof, text messages. And these were not just simple flirty texts. Jacquees was out here begging for another chance and even trying to get Dreezy pregnant too.
And he booked me a flight. He like, I got a show in Houston. I want you to come to Houston. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna come to the show.
One of the alleged text messages said, "Do not be a fool. Just let me get you pregnant too." Dreezy was not having it and responded, "Never foolish." But the real shock came when Dreezy shared a screenshot with the caption, "Is this your baby's father?" In those messages, Jacquees was completely disrespecting Deiondra, allegedly saying, "I do not want her, I want you, Dreezy." After all of this came out, Deiondra was completely heartbroken. She poured her heart out, saying, "I do not think I have ever felt this kind of pain before, but it is what it is." She continued, "I prayed for God to show me the truth. I know we should never question God, but sometimes I wonder why he even let me love this deeply if he already knew how it would end." This was truly heartbreaking for Deiondra. She poured out her feelings, saying, "I just feel so foolish and so embarrassed." By this point, the relationship was clearly falling apart, and the truth was out for everyone to see. The proof was there, and Jacquees' mother's interference had been fully exposed. But let us be real, aside from wanting that connection to the Sanders family name, Mama Rosie had another big reason for pushing this marriage. It turns out, Deiondra had already made it clear that since she and Jacquees were not married, their child would have her last name Sanders. And you know that sent Mama Rosie into a complete meltdown. The Sanders name is already legendary in the football world, and Jacquees' mother saw this as a power move that she simply could not accept.
Really think that if they can't come to it, and he know he's not gonna marry her, go ahead and just have both last names so the baby can carry on both of your legacies.
Yeah, don't get the clues, but what happened if he's not ready to get married?
Yeah.
And you don't want to force him to get married
Right.
because of this kid and make it because of a reason. If he's not ready, you got to give him time, just like you would have to give her time to be ready. He might not be ready to be married.
Even with everything that has happened, some people are blaming Deion Sanders for this whole situation. One person did not hold back and said, "Do not be upset with her, be upset with her father. If he really cared about her, he would have helped her build confidence, guided her, and she would never have even thought about being with that man in the first place." People are saying that if Coach Prime had set a good example for Deiondra and helped her see her own worth, she would not be putting up with Ja's toxic mother and the strange family situation. It is not just Mama Rosie pulling the strings behind the scenes. People are also talking about Ja's sister, Mir, who is just as toxic. There are rumors that Miracle even tried to fight with Deiondra, and things became public when an adult content Twitter page tagged Deiondra and told her to talk about what just happened. A girl from Tennessee shared all the details, saying Ja's sister tried to fight Deiondra. Deiondra ran to the back, and Ja's sister yelled at her, calling her like a roach that won't leave that family alone. But Deiondra was ready to respond. In a tweet that has since been deleted, she clapped back and said, "Let's talk about when my daddy's security came in and just scared her to even be in the same room with me. I bet everyone knows not to mess with me now." Clearly, Deiondra was not joking. She made it known that Coach Prime's security had the whole room nervous. Ja's sister has not directly responded to the accusations, but she posted something cryptic on her Instagram story. She wrote, "No weapon formed against me or my family will prosper, not in this life or the next." We are covered. So, is she talking about protecting her family, or is she trying to avoid talking about her brother's messy relationship? It really feels like Ja's entire family is getting involved in his love life, and things are getting out of control. This whole situation is a mess, and I need to know what you think. Do you believe Ja's mom is too involved in his love life, or is she just being protective? Do you think Deiondra's reaction was okay, or did she go too far? And what about Dej Loaf? Does she really have anything to do with this, or is it all just to get attention? Let me know your thoughts and comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more celebrity drama.